Good morning, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for subscribing, or thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to discuss or talk about something that most people have been asking me. People have been asking me, Lilian, and how did you even apply to the school, or how was your visa interview experience? So today, I assume you have applied to the school. I assume you have already gotten an I-20 because there is a process. That's maybe, let's say, a process for another day. But today specifically, I'm going to talk about my U.S. Embassy visa experience, because that is where most people ask me. So my experience was a little bit different. It was not a smooth sail compared to maybe others can have a smooth sail experience. Others will have some hardship. Others will, it depends on everything. It depends on your situation at that time. But anyway, my experience was a good one, I can say. So after traveling to Nairobi on that day, I had to ask a friend to accommodate me close to Kigiri. It was raining, and it was cold at that time in Nairobi. So my friend hosted me in Kiambu. So in my mind, I thought Kiambu is just close, but it was not as close. It is close, but it's not as close as, I was imagining. So anyway, I was hosted there, and my interview was at 9. And so by the time we were out of the house at that time in the morning, we were out of the house at 7. But guess what? The traffic jam was tight. It was like pampa to pampa, if you know what I'm saying. So we had to jump into a motorbike. I told my friend, no, you know what? I cannot risk this because these vehicles are not moving. Let's just take a motorbike. So we took a motorbike to Kigiri. So after, when you go to the gate, there are people that ask you, try to talk to you, tell you, oh, I have somebody who can help you inside there or some. But anyway, so I went in. There was the first security check. The first security check was just to check you. First of all, there is a letter that they give you. There is a printout that you have to print out and you show in the gate so that you can enter in. So I showed that printout, and then I entered in, and there was the first security checks. So, and then I was shown to go to the second security checks, just like not far from there, So I walked. You have to take off like anything, like a charger, a phone, all your stuffs, including anything that is electronic. So you pass through that normal machine that you pass through, like in the airport. So, and then when I got in there, it was so cold, and people were already packed. And so I went and sat somewhere there. And then as I was sitting, I was having a conversation with another lady, and it was really chilly. And then they called my name. So I took my documents in. When I took my documents in, the first thing, that guy, the askari, the soldier, asked, where have your pictures, your passports? Guys, guess what? I forgot my my pictures. The small passport pictures. They needed 2. I forgot about it. You know why? Because I had a weird experience that I will talk about it another time. another time. So I told him I don't have the picture. I don't have the pictures. And then I asked him, what am I supposed to do? He said, maybe you will bring next time. I was like, God forbid. You mean I'll be denied because of 2 passport pictures? Anyway, so I started, feeling bad, discouraged, just stressing about the pictures. So, but anyway, then they called my name again to go for the fingerprints. When I went to the fingerprints, I asked that lady that was taking fingerprints, so I have a question for you. I forgot my 2 pictures. I had such an experience coming here, and I ended up forgetting my 2 pictures. So my 2 passport pictures. So do you think, what am I supposed to do, because I cannot go back? Then she said, okay, if you get your visa, we will use the picture that you uploaded in your DS-160. So guys, there's something called DS-160 that you fill in and you upload a picture there. Before going to the embassy, you have to fill something called DS-160. So in that DS-160, they'll ask a lot of questions. And those questions, be very careful with those questions. You know why? They are the same questions that the consulate will ask you. So make sure you have a printout of that and revise those questions very well. So she told me, oh, you uploaded a picture in DS-160, right? I said yes. She said, okay, if you get a visa, we will use that picture for your visa. So don't worry about it. I said, okay, thank you. And you know what? You have to ask some things. So as I was sitting there after my fingerprints, I was looking, denied. I started getting discouraged. Denied. But anyway, it was now my turn. And it's the reason as to why I'm here to talk about my experience. It was like 4 minutes experience. So this lady calls me my name. And you know what? It's like hospital. She's just like, next, denying people and saying, next. I was like, this is not even fair. They don't give people, as soon as you start mumbling and not, talking things that are not, that the consulate feels like it's not related to the wherever she's asking you or he's asking you, she will just say, next. You are trying to still express yourself, but it's gone. That's how I saw. And it was so discouraging to see people having prepared for months and months. Then, they are denied right away. Anyway, so it was my turn. I went in and she said, put your right hand there. Okay. I was putting my left hand and she kept saying, put your right hand. When I noticed I was insisting with my left hand, it was cold. I said, oh, I'm sorry, it's cold. I put my right hand and then I was like, I thank God she did not disqualify me for the confusion. I put my right hand. It's like you are opening the system, your details. When you put it's like, it's your fingerprints. You know how fingerprints works. So I put my hand there and then she asked me, what's your name? Or what are your names? I don't remember how she asked. I gave my names. And then she asked, when did you graduate high school? I said the year that I graduated high school. And then she asked, which school were you? I said the name of the school that I was in. And then she asked, when did you graduate your university? I said the year. Which year did you graduate? I said the year that I graduated. And then she asked, are you currently working? No, before she asked, are you currently working, she asked me, which school did you apply to? I mentioned the name of the school. And then I mentioned also, and then she asked, which course did you apply? I said the course that I applied. But in the meantime, I was prepared to answer which course and why I applied for that course. And what is the major? Those things. And what is my specialization in that specific course. So you have to do your research. Some people will ask you, which course did you apply for? What specialization? Why did you choose to apply for this course? Luckily, I was not asked all those questions, but you have to prepare yourself to answer that in case, because consulates are different. It depends on who is asking you the questions. So anyway, so I responded, and then she said, how long have you been working? I said I have been working for such and such a time, and she asked, give me your job experience. Tell me your job experience. Oh, yeah, not experience. Give me your job. When they are asking you about to say what you do on a daily basis, it's not experience. It's like roles and duties. Yeah, roles and duties. So I said I do this and this and this and this and this. And then she asked, which organization are you working for? I responded, I said such and such organization. And then she said, okay. Do you have a bank statement? I said, yes, I have a bank statement. So guys, in your bank statement, if the school wants you to have a bank statement that reads, let's say, such an amount, let's say they want you to have a bank statement that requires, let's say, Kenyan money, 200,000 or 2,000 or 2 million or 2.5 million. Try to have a bank statement that is more than that. The reason is because you can provide a bank statement that has 2.5 million, but they are wondering, how are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to survive if the bank statement is exactly this amount? So you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I gave the bank statement. So my bank statement had the ID of my sponsor and a letter from the bank from my sponsor, and then the bank statement itself. So I handed over the bank statement. She went through, she read it. After that, there was no other questions. After that, she took my passport, tied it, and threw it in some carton there. And I said, oh my God, dear heaven, why is she throwing away my passport like that? You know, I didn't know I have been given a visa. I thought, okay, this is so, you know, she threw it like that. So maybe that's how she works. I don't know, but that's how it happened for me. And for a moment, I was scared, like, and then I saw her pull some green form right there. So if you're given I think it's a pink form, that form indicates it's a denial, and then there's a green or a blue, depending on your, you know, if you're colorblind like me, you will think it's green when it's blue or something. So it was a blue-greenish form that I was given. So at that time, she told me, I think she said something of the effect of congratulations or welcome or something like that. So I was confused, and she said next. So the next person is supposed to come. You don't have time to like celebrate there or say something. You are just packing your things. You have no time to even put things inside your bag. You just put your stuff in your hands and move out. Anyway, so that was my experience. It was like 4 minutes. So one thing I have to say is this. Preparing to go to the embassy, you have to study. First of all, you have to have faith in the Lord. Pray about it, guys. You have to pray about it. I prayed about it for a long time. Pray about it. That is one thing I can say. Secondly, be confident. Be confident about what you're saying. Don't be shy. Don't try to mumble. You know, mumbling or just being stammering. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to come for anyone who is a stammerer. I apologize for that. I'm just saying, talk loudly, be audible, be confident and audible. Say things out. That is an indicator that you know what you're talking about, and you are confident and you know what's going on with you. So another thing is, prepare the documents. Don't scatter like the way I was. I forgot my pictures, and when I was even taking things from, I would say have a nice little folder and have your things organized, because for me, my things were all over the place inside the bag. I don't know what was happening, but that's exactly how I was at that time. So I can say, be organized, so that when they ask you any document, you can just pull out and give without, searching all over. I had to pull out a small bag that was inside my bag and then open it again. And, it can be, irritating to them. So the last thing you want to do is, make them feel some kind of way. So be very organized and neat. Be audible. Dress well. Dress well. Don't be over the top with your dress code. I can say dress casually. Dress casually. Don't do a lot of lipstick or do a lot of makeup or do a lot of, they will, they will think otherwise, that, okay, they will think you are going, your intentions are different. So just be decent for that day. If you have to make your hair, make it a nice, presentable hairstyle. You can have your, little neat, well-groomed hairstyle or makeup, and not a shouting makeup, but just a calm, nice makeup. And I can say practice your English. Practice your English. All of us are not fluent. I'm still not fluent. I still struggle with English because it's like my third language, right? Or fourth language. But try to practice English so that you can talk clearly to them. Another thing is, so another thing I can say is this: be there on time. Try to be there on time. If your interview is at 7, by 5 be on the road. It's better for you to be there on time than to be struggling with motorbikes like I did. You have to, because Nairobi is unpredictable with traffic. So be there on time. But most importantly, you have to be able to do research. Do a lot of research. Revise that DS 160. That's where the questions are coming from. Revise DS 160. Watch a lot of interviews. Do your research. Make sure you are ready for the interview. Okay? And if you don't get it on that day, if you are not approved on that day, don't give up. They will approve you another time. Keep trying if this is really something that you want to do. Okay? Yeah. So, in a snapshot, I can say, have things on your fingertips. Talk like this. When he or she is asking questions, be ready to answer. Don't give space. Don't even try. Okay, I can say don't try to breathe. You have to breathe, but I'm trying to say, just be like this, She asks and you answer. He asks, and don't give space for her to doubt you, like, okay, you are thinking about the answer. No, just be ready to respond like immediately. That helps them and saves their time, and it convinces them to know that you know what you want and to give you that visa, right? That's your goal, right? Yeah. So, for those of you that have been asking me how I came to America, guys, it took a process. It took almost a year of me preparing to come to America, honestly. Because I had to apply to schools, and I had to, all these, waiting time and stuff like that. You have to start the process way earlier. Just to give you a little bit of a joke, I have someone who asked me, unitumie visa, send me a visa. That is even something that made me do this video and say, no, visa, I cannot send anyone visa from my position, from where I am. You have to look for your visa. It is a process. if you are going through, if you are going to get an F1 student visa, it is a process, right? It's a process. So anyway, guys, thank you. I hope you have picked 1 or 2 tips. Let me know what else you want me to discuss. My experience was just 4 minutes and I got my visa for the first time. It didn't take me too long. And I can say it was by the grace of God. Okay? It was just by the grace of God. If you've gone there once, twice, or 3 times, don't give up. Your time will come, okay? Have that dream within you, and eventually you will have it if you want it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Tell me anything else, please comment, share, subscribe, and tell me what you want me to tell you more or what you want me to cover. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.